I'm talking today with Joe Meuschke. He's a regional sales manager at Randolph Packing. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Lloyd. How are you?
Okay, I've known you a long, long time. You've been a manufacturer sales rep for a number of years. I think you've been at Randolph since 2017. How many years total would you say you've been a sales rep for a food manufacturing company?
I started in 2006.
So 18 years or something like that?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
14 years in distribution, and then I started on this side in '06.
Okay. I know you've worked one-on-one with a lot of reps, just that number is mind-boggling, but you've also presented to a lot of reps too, with sales meetings, district meetings. If you count all those, I'm sure it's in the tens of thousands by now. So
It's a lot.
yeah, yeah. So just kind of wanted to check in with you. You're still in that world. It's a world that I was in when I worked with you, but it's been a few years now. And a lot of changes with COVID, et cetera, et cetera. What are some things that you see distributor sales reps doing that either help or hurt them be successful?
One thing that I see that hurts them is setting up new items and taking a risk on bringing something new in. Drives me absolutely crazy if the product's set up in the system, just telling the buyer to bring in 5 cases. They're just afraid to make that change, and they're just afraid to take that risk and
And
sell product.
do you think that's fear on the level of the DSR or procurement?
It's got to start with the DSR and the
Yeah,
customer.
yeah.
you know
He's got to be an evangelist for that item, right?
exactly. And I've had reps tell me, hey, it's the path of least resistance. I didn't show it because it's not set up. Well, it's available. How we gain cases, right?
Yeah.
We don't sell the same 10 items every week. We have to sell 11, 12, 13.
Yeah,
You have to get to that point.
yeah, my experience has been that's a point too where a rep has an opportunity to provide value to their customers. So it's if that's a particular food item that's going to help a chef create a dish that helps them stand out, that helps that operator. And so now you've really cemented that relationship with the operator. So that's a good
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But and the other thing is, I think some reps take the online ordering too far and don't ever go see their customers. And I think that's it. I mean, back in my day, we were in coolers, we were in freezers weekly, we were seeing what they were buying. We were looking, if you're calling on a hotel, we're looking at the banquet sheets with the chef. I don't know how much of that happens today.
Yeah, this is
So,
a really interesting topic, and it's not to, necessarily say that they're doing it wrong because I don't know what their demands on them are in terms of the number of customers they're carrying and their ability to actually be in there. But if you don't prioritize it, like you, I'm old school, and that's what I did to not only protect my business, but to look for opportunities to gain additional cases.
well, I'm
Um,
back in the day, we didn't have the technology that we have today.
right, exactly. It wasn't a thing, right? But
Yeah, if they
yeah,
faxed orders in, that was a big deal, right?
right.
Nobody faxes orders anymore, so it's all online, and we didn't have that opportunity. So I guess me being in that era to where we sat down with our customers, we went through their coolers, their freezers, their dry storage units, met with the chefs on a weekly basis. That was just part of what we did. And I don't know how much of that really happens today. I've always said, give me 25 accounts, I'll own them.
Mhm.
I won't need 50 accounts. With 10 items, I'll take 25 and own all 25 of them.
Yeah, this is really interesting. And I think part of what's happening is distributors have invested in online ordering. So I don't blame distribution companies for saying, hey, this is an important thing. Hey, we've got online ordering. Really telling customers that it's a tool that they should avail themselves of, telling their reps to help get their customer to online order. But at the same time, the way I think of it is, you know, when satellite technology started first being a thing with espionage, and it was a whole thing, right? Like now all of a sudden we've got satellite technology, like we can gain information on what the other side is doing. Certain people became super enamored of that to the extent that they weren't investing as much as they were in human intelligence before, which was the old way, like with the spy movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, signal intelligence from satellites is important and it can capture things like troop movements or whatever, but it's only part of what's important. And the human intelligence could get information that either was not available or not available as early as signal intelligence from satellites. So you had to be in love with this new technology, which could give you something new, but at the same time, remember the older technology, human intelligence or espionage, that provided information. And I think that's the same thing here. Is like, yeah, online ordering is great, but you know what? Having a rep come in, talk to you about, opportunities for seasonal offerings that your restaurant can offer, or for the rep to walk through the cooler and see, oh, you're buying that? I carry that. That's an important opportunity.
Well, and one thing that will never change in sales for me personally is you have to build rapport. And I can't build rapport with somebody I never see.
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
I can't learn about their family, their kids, their activities. We may both be fishermen. I mean, you don't know what, but if you don't make that connection with them, people will buy from people who they like. So you don't always have to be the less expensive guy on the street. You just have to be friends with your customers and have good rapport with them. And then it's got to be a win-win for everybody. And it's an easier win-win that way. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just my humble opinion.
What's scary to me is I see sales reps now, and to me, they look so young. Like, oh my God, I think my son is older than you, is sometimes what I think. But I think some of those younger, less experienced sales reps, may not have enough experience to be aware of that. And they've kind of come up in an atmosphere where maybe that wasn't emphasized enough to them. Do you think that's kind of true?
I'm not sure they teach rapport. They
Hmm.
teach online ordering. They teach, how to navigate through your laptop to look at items, how to pull up the pictures of the items, how to get the description, things like that. I mean, sales is all about rapport.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
really is. It's all about building rapport with your customers and being there for your customers. I mean, I'll answer my phone. I don't care when it is. It could be an opportunity. It could be a problem. But at 4:30 on a Friday afternoon, you do not answer your phone. You
Right.
answer because you don't
Right.
know what that opportunity may be or a problem.
Yeah.
And if you have the opportunity to fix a problem on a Friday night, that looks great. And if it's a great opportunity, then you're ahead of the game on Monday morning. I mean, it's just like I said, very humble way of looking. I do everything by the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So it's just all about taking care of your customers. Never lie to your customers. One thing Judge Judy always says: if you never tell a lie, you don't have to have a good memory. So,
And since I don't have a good memory, that's a good way to go.
well,
So
yeah, if you don't tell a lie, if you don't fib to them, you don't have to have a good memory because the truth will always be the same.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's to me, it's a very simple, basic career that has been complicated with technology. Let's just say it like that. And this is my opinion.
yeah,
I mean, I remember writing down orders and going to the telephone, calling in the 800 number and calling the order into customer service. And I did that for years, years and years. But I mean, and I get technology, totally get it. But, when I left distribution, the laptops were just coming out. We were taking the orders over the laptop, to where we could see real inventory and all that. That was in 90, well, it was in early 2000s.
mhm.
So,
Yeah, talking about rapport, I think too that it kind of a parallel to what we're talking about here and the importance of the human touch, even in a world of online ordering. Online ordering is great. And if you're a chef and, your free time to place an order is 11 o'clock at night, that's great. I'm glad that online ordering is an option for you. But the rapport part makes me think of a person who could sell life insurance versus car insurance. And those are two really different things. I think you can be successful selling car insurance by probably pointing, someone to a website or an app where they can plug in their information and get a quote and then either, sign up or not. And life insurance isn't that, right? It's about, life insurance is about understanding somebody's concerns for the future, their family security. It is not about comparing, car insurance company A with this deductible and this much medical versus company B. They're very different sales.
Very totally different. Well, car salesman, they're going to have one dealing with you.
Yeah.
Insurance people are going to be around. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to see your kids grow up. My stepdad was an insurance guy. When I was a kid, he had a route. He'd go out and collect the monthly payments. He had a debit route is what he called it. And, he saw the same people every month. Well, he knew all those folks.
Yeah.
So when they needed, they had a new kid in the family or something, he was the first call.
Yeah.
That's rapport.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we're going to hope that we can teach or remind distributor sales reps about the human touch, even in a world of online ordering. And I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to kind of give me your view on kind of what's working out there.
And just my humble opinion.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, appreciate you.